Hi everyone, good morning. So far we have covered most of the theory topics and we did not jump into the programming so far. And now what we are doing is we will start practicing programs from this session. So we have covered most of the theory topics like fundamentals of Java, what is object, what are operators and what are different types of statements, conditional statements and selection statements and what do you call looping statements are also we will be starting. So that is we are starting slowly into the programming, and this session covers a lot of logical programs for you to practice programming. Okay, so let us start with a program. So I'll be sharing my screen now. So I think you can see the screen right away. So let me start with a small program now. Okay, so let us go with a program such like one question here I have given. I think you can see it. Um, Write a program to accept. So last session, what we covered is how to input the data into the program. Okay, we were taking some assignments into the program. Similarly, we are going to take the data through input. So many ways are there to input, and one of the way is scanner class. It's the best way where we have across all the types of functions to input the data. So last session, I have showed you to input the data like how input the integers, byte, short, int, long, float, double, and as well as string. And we were accepted the data, even character also. The process of input the character also I have explained you in the previous session. So hope you are very clear about that all sessions what we have. And now we will take a program. So please understand like one program contains maximum 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes will be there and which improve your logical skills. It is for everyone, those who are starting point of programming learning. Okay. So let us start a question. So write a program to accept an integer. So I will be taking one sample input. For example, I'll instead of this presentation screen, I'll be more navigating to a notepad, so where I can explain you using one of the example. Okay, let us jump on to that. So we have moved to Notepad. So the same program what I showed you earlier, and I have been sharing with the Notepad program, and each line for what purpose we are writing that I'll be explaining. For example, write a program to accept input in the sense we will be inputting the data and finding whether it is an even number or not. Generally even number we know very well, which is divisible by 2, that is called even number, which is not divisible by 2, that is called odd number. It's a very simple question, but how do we solve using a program? Okay. So first thing is import java.util.start. So this is needed to use the scanner class in our program because scanner class is existed in import UTL package. So we need to import it as I have covered in the previous session. Okay. Now the class name is given and class name and method name. So here usual, like every program, whatever I have showed you so far, we can see class name first and then method name. And then scanner object is created. Scanner class object is created, which is facilitating us to input the data using system.in. System is a class and in is a variable. Okay. System.in, as I said, we will input the data into the program. System.out, we will give output from the program. Okay. That's the difference between the both. So we will input the data system.out.print, enter an integer. So as soon as you invoke this particular function here, this message is going to be populated on terminal window. On terminal window, we input the data. So that data going into the variable called n. So input the data. We are inputting the data that is going into n, and n value has a, suppose one example value we will take here. For example, n is equal to 10. Okay. So 10. So what happened? Um, n equals to 10. So here, if n mod 2, so after input the data here, n equal to 10, then we are evaluating whether it is an even number or not. We know that it's an even number, but how do you check through the program? Okay. So n mod, if n mod 2 equal to 0, if you divide 10 mod 2, So if 10 mod 2, 10 mod 2 equal to 0, yes, there is a reminder 0. So it is directly evaluating. So this is a mod function which is going to evaluate a remainder. So when it is equal to mod 2, it is equal to 0. Then this condition is true. It is going to print this particular message called it's an even number. Okay. So if you input the value called 9, for example. So 9 mod 10 is 9 mod 10 equal to 0. 9 mod 10, 9 mod 10 means 9 mod 2, sorry, 9 mod 2 is equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. Okay, so it is going to print it's a not an even number. Okay, so there are two types of messages are there. It's even and it's not even. So based on the input, the output will vary. Okay, so that's the difference between first printing message and second printing message. So out of both, any one will be displayed. Okay. So this void find function contains this data to justify. And as soon as we invoke this function using a main method called object.find, it is going to execute and will evaluate. Okay. So this is the program, very first program using conditions, and we will move on expanding the logic in further programming. Okay, so let us jump onto the execution of the program and we will see there. Okay, I'll be changing my screen from this to execution. Okay, so we are going to move to online Java compiler. Okay, so whenever you wanted to compile any program, just you have to go to online Java programmer. So program is one of the good website here where we can execute our programs and where we don't need to struggle much. Okay, so same program, what we have seen in Notepad, the same program I have been copy and pasted here, and we will execute it. Now just give run, and we will input the value, though it is going to justify. So what will input 10 I'll be inputting. Then it is going to say it's an even number. Again, I'll execute and will input odd number 9. Okay, it's an odd number. Yes. So this is a very first program to you all. So that we gradually increase the length of the program. So please verify by watch it, and you also try from your side in online Java compiler. Okay. Any questions are there? So please reach out to me. To me in my email ID. I'll be publishing to you for any questions. Okay. I think that's all about this program. Thank you all.